Hey, remember there was a little while ago I talked to you about doing a workshop with fall leaves, and there are my workshop participant projects that are about to be fired in the kiln. But after the workshop, I collected all of the portion cups that had leftover frit in them, and what I'm going to do is just experiment here. So this is all stuck on with hairspray because they kind of made a frit slurry type situation here. But I kept all of these cups. I'm gonna dump all of the frit colors. There are 4 colors, light orange, yellow, red, and spring green. I'm gonna dump them all into a container here. I am gonna rinse them with water to try to get a little bit of the hairspray off, dry that frit again, and then I'm gonna use this frit mixture in a mold that I have and see how it turns out. It was breaking my heart to consider throwing this away, and while it's really not very expensive in the end, I just wanted to see if I could make something out of it. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. So now I'm just gonna rinse this frit. I've got all of it in my bucket here. I'm outside because I don't have water inside, so just using a garden hose. I'm going to give this a couple of good rinses. This is medium frit, so it's largely sinking to the bottom. What I'm trying to do is just get rid of some of all of that extra hairspray. A lot of hairspray will burn out in the kiln and it should be fine, but there was a lot in here, and so all I'm doing is just rinsing this a few times, swishing it around, kind of trying to rinse the frit as much as I can, and then I'll put this under a fan and let it fully dry out so that I can use it in my molds. All right, so here we go. It has dried. I rinsed it several times actually, probably 6 or 7 times, poured off the water and dried it, and now I have nice frit. I'm not saying it's still perfectly clean, but it's certainly not clumpy and sticky like it was before. So I am going to take it to the next step and show you what I'm doing with this in a mold. There is a fair amount of red in here, but I worried there'd be too much red and that the red would overpower the colors, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad. So the only way to find out is to fire it, so I'll show you the next step. Stay tuned. All right, so this is the leaf mold I'm going to use. It is from it's called the Northwoods Maple Leaf, and it's from Color de Verre, and I absolutely love this mold. It just is such a cool piece, and we're coming up on fall, and I got fall colors here, and so that is the next step. So these dried out really nicely. I just put it in a jar, a spare jar that I had around. I'm going to put a little bit of powder, some dark powder, and then try to get the veins to fill in just a little bit. I'm not gonna be too precise about this, but I usually use like a woodland brown or something, just to try to give a little bit of definition, at least to the main veins and to a stem. Then I'm going to sprinkle this frit across the whole thing. Now this becomes the face of it, and this is sprayed with boron nitride spray, the zip spray that I use. This has already been sprayed. I've used this mold a couple times and I haven't had to respray it again. So anyway, once I put the powder down, which is already on a zipped surface, a boron surface here, then I'm going to sprinkle this frit all the way across the bottom. And then I just got some scrap clear that I'm going to build up in here just to give some more volume to this before I go in for a full fuse. All right, I just used a bunch of scrap that I had, scrap clear, kind of cut it up. I tried to make sure that I had some in the points here. There's one I maybe could fill in just a little bit more, maybe 1 or 2, so I might do that here before I put it in the kiln. But then I'm just gonna fire this and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Hey, look how this turned out. I think it looks awesome. I'm gonna get it out of here. I'm betting the color is really cool, but I'm pleased with how this turned out. So I'm gonna make another one because I've got quite a bit more of this mix left over. I used a little more than half, so the next one might be a little bit thinner. I could add more to it if I wanted to, but pleased with how this turned out. I'm gonna get it out of the mold and get it cleaned up and then get it slumped. All right, so here they are. I had 2 of them, and I'm very pleased with these. Let's see, what if I get out my light board and show you? Check it out. Look how bright and colorful these are. So for frit that was about to go into the trash that I rescued from the workshop, I think these are awesome. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. So now I'm going to sign them. I like to sign most of my pieces. I've got this little engraving pen that I featured before, came off of Amazon. I'll drop the link into the video notes if you're interested, but you can also just find it on my Amazon store. But it's just, it's rechargeable. You just press the button, and then I usually just etch my initials and the year, and that's good enough for me. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned a little something from this. I love this mold. I slumped this in the bullseye ball mold then, and so that gives it a fully curved, round backing. And so I do put these little cabinet bumpers, these little rubber bumpers on it. I stick those on, which allows it to sit flat on a table. These are also in my Amazon store, and anything you buy through my Amazon store does not cost you anything extra, but I get a small commission, and it helps keep all of my content free. So thank you for your support in that. Catch you later. Bye-bye.